Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer combat cards, and we got another PvP event. The modifiers as chosen by the community members on Discord, everything's at max level, got 175 deck points available, and boarding actions which limits your card choices to mostly infantry and bulky units. Now I'm running Magos Dominus as the warlord here, with a few new bodyguards. We've got this new Inquisitor here with target acquired in fear. We've got the Calexis Assassin, very strong one. Belisarius card, the bodyguard, is actually quite good. Of course, Iron Hand Strachan is just insanely strong. Severina Rain is also a very cost-effective support card. We've got the Tempested Scion and the Shock Trooper with Endless, and then the Tech Priest Engine Seer there with Medicae. So, a few new cards in this deck. Yeah, of course, Magos Dominus for a long time was just a really terrible warlord, but recently he got his special rule increased, so now you get 30 healing every time any one of your cards dies. Which may not sound like too much when everything's at the max level, but also because of the point restriction, everything with only 175 points available, it actually makes a bigger difference than you might expect. Now we're up against the Parasite and Mortrex, a really powerful warlord, and one that I thought would be maybe dominating the PvP scene here. I know it was doing really well in the last one. I think I got all of my wins with the Parasite last time. So we're dropping Belisarius Call here at the beginning along with Iron Hand Strachan. They're dropping the Abominant, that's a really powerful legendary, with Berserk and Death Blow. And then the next thing they deploy is the Tyrannid Warrior with Poison. It's also a pretty powerful option. Not one that I would really use in ranked mode necessarily, but in this mode it's not so bad. Now I put down the Shock Trooper across from the Abominant, which does not seem like a very smart choice because pinging that thing for just a little damage is just going to work it into a massive Berserk Rage. They drop Death Leaper across from Iron Hand Strachan, so that's 130 some damage with the Furious Charge alone. I decided to go for the Ready on the first turn, having the initiative. So we're able to debuff their melee. That's one really nice thing about Iron Hand Strachan there. And then regenerating for 20 health at the end of each turn. It's pretty massive. They do go ahead and go with the melee attack here, dealing quite a bit of damage but unable to kill anything. We do have a pretty solid counter attack, but of course the fear is reducing the damage on Iron Hand Strachan over there on the right lane. But I can go for a pretty powerful ranged attack. As you can see, it's already been charged up a bit from that initial ready. Unable to kill anything. Belisarius' Call has been poisoned, so now he is actually taking more damage than he's regenerating, but only a little. And so, yeah, he still has a ton of health. They continue to go melee, dealing quite a bit of damage here. Now, this is kind of funny. When the Shock Trooper dies, we immediately get everything healed by 30. And then the explosion from the, the Parasite's special rule dealt 32 damage. So they basically just cancel each other out, almost. We managed to take down the first enemy bodyguard, the Tyrannid Warrior. It's replaced by a Ripper Swarm, which heals up the Abominant and Death Leaper by a lot. Super cost-effective move right there. On our turn, we go for the ranged attack, and now we see Iron Hand Strachan there powering up, dealing quite a bit of damage. The Abominant's getting pretty big, though. The regeneration is keeping Strachan in the game here against Death Leaper. He nearly gets killed, but saved by the healing. Down to 13 health right there. But he does kill Death Leaper with the counterattack. Able to heal back up to 33. So, what are we going to deploy next? We just keep dropping these cheap guys in the middle lane, which actually I think turns out to be a pretty good strategy against the Parasite. Because if one of my bigger cards dies, we don't want it exploding into another big card that could take out a huge chunk of its health in an instant. Whereas these small fodder troops, when they die, I'm healing almost as much as the damage that I'm taking. Now, will Strachan be able to survive another turn? That's the big question here. We can continue to go for ranged attacks. Do have a bit of a melee attack charged up here, so I was debating what to go with, end up using the melee attack, which don't know if that was the best choice there. Quite a bit of damage, but unable to kill the Tyrant Guard. The trooper there dies, and then some extra damage, but boom, there goes Strachan. He goes down, dealing 124 damage, but all of it right into that trooper, who was just expendable chaff anyway. Now, start bringing out the Psychers here. The Calexis Assassin comes into the right lane, although it is their turn. And, yeah, I mean, with the Parasite running mostly melee bodyguards, they're not really going to be doing anything other than melee, probably, most of the time. Massive Attack kind of gets wasted on that little trooper there. Once again, the cycle of healing and damage repeats. And the Tyrant Guard goes down to Call, who's still at over 200 health after all this time. Of course, the Abominant is nowhere near dying either, because I've just been dropping really weak stuff. It's been getting healed by Medicae. It's just a pretty ridiculous game. Normally, you would not want to allow an Abominant to survive for this long, because once that death blow goes off, I mean, that's just going to wreck everything. But I'm still able to heal, bring in another Medicae, as do they. With the Biophagus there. And able to go with a charged up Psychic Attack here, 136 damage into the Abominant. So yeah, Call now over 300 health still. Doing just fine. What is the enemy going for next? Of course they're going melee. Quite a bit of damage to that Calexis Assassin. Pretty solid counterattacks there. Coming pretty close to killing the two Gene Stealers on the flanks. And just continue going Psychic here, charging up a big ranged attack. Now remember, Magos Dominus himself actually has a decent ranged attack on the Warlord. Enemy turn. They continue to go melee and manage to take down the Calexis Assassin, so that's a lot of damage there. 67 to the flanks. Engineer almost dies, but manages to take down the Biophagus with the melee counterattack. And now we're down to just a couple more bodyguards. Now this is a pretty big, this is a power move right here. Dropping Severina Rain, shifting Belisarius Call into the center lane. We got an outflank, a big inspiring presence. The Parasite of Mortrex is about to come out across from Belisarius Call, who has and we have a really big ranged attack charged up. It's our turn. They still have one more bodyguard, which I actually just forgot about, but it's a poisonous venom thrope over there. The Furious Charge from the Parasite deals 90 damage. On our turn, we can go with a charged up ranged attack, 240 damage into the enemy Warlord, coming quite close to actually killing it in one shot. But this is actually getting into quite dangerous territory, though, because my final bodyguard has target acquired, which you can't use on the Warlord, obviously. And if they manage to kill everything here, then I would be forced to target one of their bodyguards instead of the Warlord. Now, come very close. Call at just 34 health. He does survive, manages to hit back with the counterattack, killing the Parasite for the win. So, yeah, that was just a crazy game. I think this is not even the strongest deck. There's another really crazy card. The Triumph of St. Catherine is insanely good at max level. So I've seen a lot of players using that with Magos Dominus. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.